There's a place few people ever reach. Not because they can't, but because they stop trying long before the fire truly begins to burn. That place isn't on a map, it isn't a destination you find on a screen, it's inside. Inside the silence of your own struggle. Inside those nights when no one's watching, no one's clapping, and no one's coming to save you. That's where the relentless are born. The world will never understand what it takes. Because when you walk this path, you walk it alone, surrounded by echoes of doubt, shadows of pain, and the weight of your own expectations. And yet that's exactly where strength starts to speak. Not through noise, not through pride, but through discipline. They call it obsession. They call it too much. They call it crazy. But that's because they've never met the silence that transforms a man. They've never stared at the barbell when their hands are bleeding, when their body says no, but their soul says again. They've never tasted that moment when exhaustion turns into clarity, when pain becomes purpose. You see, silence is not the absence of sound, it's the presence of focus. It's where distractions die, and transformation begins. It's the unseen grind that separates the dreamers from the doers, the loud from the legendary. Every rep is a conversation with your limits. Every drop of sweat is a story that no one else will ever fully understand. This journey, it's not glamorous. It's not made for applause. It's made for those who can find peace in pressure and power in pain. You're not supposed to be understood, you're supposed to be relentless. Because the truth is simple. If you want to stand out, you must first learn to stand alone. The gym, it's more than 4 walls and iron plates. It's a battlefield. A place where weakness is exposed, where excuses evaporate, and where you face yourself without filters or masks. Every set, every rep, every second counts. The mirror doesn't lie, the weight doesn't care, and the grind never forgets. You either evolve, or you disappear into the noise of the ordinary. And you weren't built for ordinary. You were built to be forged, under heat, under pressure, under silence. There's a strange peace that comes when you realize no one's coming to push you. No one's coming to drag you out of bed. No one's coming to fix your mindset. It's just you, and the voice inside that refuses to quit. That's when you start to understand what it means to be unstoppable. Not loud, not flashy, just consistent, silent, unbreakable. Because greatness doesn't need validation, it demands repetition. Day after day, rep after rep. Until the person you were no longer recognizes the person you've become. Discipline is your language now. You don't need motivation to wake up, you need mission. You don't need noise, you need purpose. And when you move with purpose, every action becomes sacred. The world might not clap for you, but the grind will reward you. The pain will polish you. So keep training. Keep pushing. Keep building. Even when no one notices. Because that's when you're the most dangerous. When your progress is quiet but your results are loud. You don't need to announce your every move. Let your presence speak through your strength. Let your story be written in muscle and mindset, not in words. Because real power doesn't scream. It breathes through consistency. Every time you show up, you're sharpening your soul. Every time you push through fatigue, you're crafting your legacy. Every time you stay disciplined while others take shortcuts, you're earning a different kind of respect. The one that can't be bought, only built. You're not just training your body, you're sculpting your will. You're not chasing a look, you're forging an identity. You're not seeking validation, you're creating evolution. Because the relentless don't chase approval, they chase progress. They don't seek fame, they seek mastery. And mastery, my friend, lives in silence. So, when you walk into the gym tomorrow, remember this. You're not there to impress. You're there to express. To express everything that can't be said, everything that's been buried deep inside. Through every lift, every drop of sweat, every breath that hurts. You're proving something, not to the world, but to yourself. That you're still standing, still fighting, still becoming. And that's what separates the temporary from the timeless. You are the storm that doesn't need to be seen to be felt. You are the calm before the chaos, the balance between pain and pride. You are proof that silence can roar louder than any crowd. So keep walking your path. Keep lifting your truth. Keep pushing your limits. Because one day, when they finally notice, when they finally see what you've become, they'll call it overnight success. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't overnight. It was built in silence, forged in struggle, and born in fire. You are the relentless. And this is your rise. You are the relentless. And this is your rise. But a rise like this isn't born from comfort, it's carved from chaos. It's not found in applause, it's earned in silence. Every scar, every setback, every sleepless night, they were never signs of weakness, they were the blueprint of your evolution. Because every time the world tried to bury you, it forgot one thing. You were a seed, not a shadow. And seeds grow in darkness. The rise of the relentless isn't about being perfect, it's about being permanent. Unbreakable. Unstoppable. Undeniable. You see, the relentless don't wait for the right moment, they create it. They don't look for easy paths, they build strength on the hardest ones. When most people stop, the relentless begin. And this rise, it's not sudden. It's forged in repetition. In pain. In those moments no one sees but everyone feels when they witness what you've become. You are not chasing anyone. You're chasing your own evolution. The man you were yesterday, that's your only rival. You killed the weaker version of yourself every single day. With sweat. With discipline. With truth. You're not proving them wrong anymore. You're proving yourself right. That's what the rise of the relentless is. It's a rebellion against comfort. A declaration that says, I will not live half awake. Every rep, every mile, every ounce of struggle, they're not punishment. They're preparation. Preparation for a life that demands more than average effort, more than average mentality. Because when the world stops, you move. When the noise fades, you focus. And when the pain comes, you welcome it, because pain, to you, is not an enemy. It's a familiar friend. A teacher. A reminder that you're still alive, still climbing, still rising. Let them underestimate you. Let them doubt your drive, your fire, your will. Because when you rise like thunder, not for validation, but for liberation. You rise to break chains, not to collect applause. You rise to remind yourself that power isn't given, it's earned. And once it's earned, no one can take it. You rise for every time you were told you couldn't. You rise for every moment you almost gave up. You rise for the version of you that refused to quit, even when quitting was easier. The relentless don't count reps. They count moments. Moments when their mind said no, but their heart said go. Moments when their body broke, but their soul rebuilt. Because being relentless isn't about always winning, it's about never surrendering. It's about walking into the storm and saying, I'm still here. It's about standing tall even when your world is falling apart. Because the ground you stand on was built by your grind. Every scar you carry, every muscle you've built, every ounce of discipline you've created. They are not results, they are reminders. Reminders that you were strong enough to rise again. Now listen closely. The rise of the relentless is not loud. It's not showy. It's quiet. It's raw. It's real. It happens in the early mornings, in the cold gyms, under dim lights where the music doesn't drown out your thoughts. It happens when you whisper to yourself, one more rep. When you push through fatigue, not because someone's watching, but because you are. You are the judge, the warrior, the creator, all in one. And your creation is strength. Pure. Honest. Undeniable strength. You've burned bridges, not out of hate, but out of hunger. You've lost people who didn't understand your purpose. And that's okay, because not everyone was built to walk this path. This path requires sacrifice. It demands solitude. It tests your spirit until it either breaks or transforms you. And you chose transformation. That's why you're here. Still grinding. Still growing. Still rising. Because the relentless don't retreat. They rebuild.